Hey y'all know what it is. It's T Money. I'm back again with another video, and I feel like this video is very important for y'all to watch. Okay, so watch all the way to the very end because I feel like these tips that I'm gonna give y'all is very important. Something that y'all really need to know some stuff about. Okay, so what my video is about is how to boss your life up for 2024. And if y'all see me keep looking down, it's because I got my tablet right here, because I really made sure I took some time to write down all these tips for y'all, because I really want y'all to know like the type of stuff that I did to really like boss my life up over the years. Like the person that I am today in 2024, and even though 2024 just happened, the person that I am today, or who I was in 2023, isn't the same person I was in 2018, 2019, 2020. And I feel like I want to share some of the tips that I use to really get my life together. And even though my life is not 100% together, I feel like I'm just like 50% there. It's just taking a little bit more time because I'm only 26 years old, so I'm never gonna rush myself. But a lot of these things that I wrote down for y'all on my, on my little notepad, I feel like, I want to share, because it's always some young moms or some people in my DMs that really do ask me a lot of questions like, T, how you do this? T, how you do that? And I just wanna, give y'all the tips that I did to be where I'm at right now. So, and these things are not in order, so I want you to feel like, oh, I gotta go in order. Like, no, this is just random tips that I'm just throwing out, okay? So number one, my first tip to boss your life up is speak the lifestyle that you want into existence. So what I mean by that is, some people can be in denial on who they want to be, or don't really want to give themselves that type of leeway to be like, I deserve this, I want this. Back when I was in nursing school, I was pregnant and everything, and I was just like, I can't get past this. And after just having so many people around me to really boost me up, it made me want to be like, okay, I got it. Speak the lifestyle that you want in existence. Give yourself self affirmations. Like every day I wake up in the morning, I be like, T, you got it. Get through this day, you're gonna be good. Or get through this month, you good. It's more like a mental thing. Keep saying, I'm that girl. And once you keep telling yourself that you're that girl, you end up being that girl. You know what I mean? So that's number one. Number two, cut off all the negative people and bad energy from your lifestyle. Set boundaries on who you will not allow to be around you. What I mean by that is like I always say on my Instagram, like my friends always make it seem like I'm always quick to cut a man off, but I just feel like after I've been done so dirty so many times by multiple men, it's kind of like once a man comes into my life and he's not really willing to give me the type of energy that I want, I cut him off, because I believe because I'm a spiritual person and I believe in God, and I feel like God will start bringing you everything you want after you cut a certain person out of your life, because I solely believe in He won't give you what you need until you cut off the people that's not supposed to be there when it's time for you to level up. So I didn't cut off so many friends. I didn't cut off so many men that I just feel like you don't belong here. It was one time that I was dealing with a dude for a very long time, and out of nowhere I cut him off, and so many blessings started coming in. I don't know, God works in mysterious ways. So cut off all the bad energy. Cut off all the people in your life that's just very envious, very negative, don't really want what you want for yourself. And as soon as you cut them off, them blessings start flowing in. You know what I mean? So that's number two. When you look good, you feel good. So when I was in high school, I was somewhat like a tomboy. I was overweight. Like I was just a chubby girl. I got picked on a lot. And even though in high school that's a thing, but the older I got, of course, certain men like thick, chubby girls, which is not the part of this tip that I'm trying to give. But over time, I started to gain a lot of self-confidence. Even now, like way before 2023, I never knew how to do my makeup. And even though this is not like the best work that I do, but now every time I go out with my friends, I do my makeup. I try to put my pieces together. But I told my one friend that I did is that sometimes when I'm looking for outfit inspirations, I go on Pinterest and start coming up with outfit ideas. Start going to the gym. Work on your image. And what I had made a tweet not too long ago is that I plan on doing identity switch for 2024, and it's not like a bad thing, but what I mean by I'm doing an identity switch is that I'm changing my behavior. I'm changing how I react to things. Like basically, when you look good, you feel good, and I'm ready to give myself a whole switch of life. And I feel like the person that I was back in 2020, I don't feel nothing like that girl again. Being in and out of the gym, working on my appearance when I go outside. Just a lot of things that I've worked on where I feel like when I go outside and I put on my makeup and I, put on my outfits, I be like, you did that, girl. Like, you look good. You look into the mirror, give yourself affirmations like, yeah. And that's how you boss your life up, because when you go outside and you wearing your jewelry and you smelling good, your perfume, cologne, as a man, cologne, whatever. You look good, you feel good. You start to attract the people that you feel like. You know what I mean? Stuff like that's very important. That's number 3. Number 4, time management. So what I mean by time management is, this was a big thing for me because by me being a mom, and then also I got a big family, and then I'm a nurse. One day my dad ended up texting me and he was like, I see you haven't made it to a lot of the holidays for the past 6 months. And it's not that I didn't want to make it to none of the holidays, but when you're a nurse and somebody call off work, they offer you extra money to come in. So Mother's Day I was at work. Father's Day I was at work. It was like so many holidays. I think it was 4th of July I was at work. So many holidays I was at work, and my dad was texting me like, and he never really texted me about nothing. He was like, I realized that you missed the last few holidays. And he was like, I don't like it, So for him to text me that, I was like, you know what? It's time for me to work on my time management skills. So I have been working on making sure I put my family first, put my son first, and I always put my son first, but putting on my other family first, because I always make it a priority that me and my son, like I tell my job all the time, like, listen, if I'm in the bed with my son or I'm doing stuff with my son, y'all gotta wait. You know what I mean? So I feel like the older you become as an adult, work on balancing your personal life, your work life, and your family life. That's very, very important, because you could start missing out on very, very great people if you don't know how to balance it all. So that's number 4. Number five, brainstorm your short-term and long-term goals. Then make a plan on how you can achieve those goals. So what I mean by that is, a lot of your goals, especially financial goals, you're not going to achieve those goals within a year. Some stuff is 5 years or 10 years. Me personally, one of my goals is, personally for 2024, I want to have $25,000 in my savings account before the end of the year, because I want to go back to nursing school. And I calculated up how much my bills cost for the whole year. And RN school is about 18 months. So I calculated up how long, basically my money wise, financially, how can I get through nursing school without working? So $25K would help me out with my bills monthly. As far as like 3-month goals, 6 months goals, 9 months goals, you figure out how long it would take you to get to those goals. So if you want to, just personally, like if you want to go to nursing school and the nurse school you went to was 9 months, figure out a plan, write it down. How can I achieve it? And then also you have to, like, I know a lot of people say that they isolate themselves, and I do too. But certain things that I had to do in my life, I had to isolate myself away from my family and my friends to get certain stuff done, because I believe in, I get distracted quick. I feel like love is my distraction. So when I really love a person, or I like kicking it with my friends, if I know I got a good friend, I'm always going to be around my friends. So I had to isolate myself to boss my life up. And there's nothing wrong with that, to do that in the moment, to get your stuff together, So, work on that. So brainstorm your short-term goals, brainstorm your long-term goals, write it down, figure out how much time it will take you to achieve it, come up with a plan, try to isolate yourself and dig real in there, get deep in there, you know what I mean? That's very important. So that's number 5, okay? So it's 11 o'clock at night. So y'all, I know I sound tired, but I'm sorry. I really wanted to do this video for y'all because I work all this week. It's Sunday night. It's 11 o'clock at night. I work all this week. So I'm going to edit this video and put it up for y'all tomorrow morning. So I know I sound tired, and I'm so sorry. So number 6, budget your finances accordingly. Do your research on getting your credit together. Do weekly budgets of bills, extra activities. Give yourself an allowance, okay? So me personally, I'm one of them girls. I get my lashes done every 2 weeks on a dot. I always get my hair done. See, I'm a braid type of girl. So my braids range between $200 to $300, and these braids stay in my head for about 2 months. And the most I do is get my crown redone. I try to do the whole frontal closure thing. It's very high maintenance for me, especially when we work in the healthcare field. I think I had my closure in for a week and it started lifting up because I sweat so much at work. I'm always on my, I'm just sweating a lot. The type of job I got is very extensive. But beyond that, sorry, I went on to a whole nother note. Beyond that, budget your finances accordingly. So me personally, I got this little tablet that I got. I'm sorry, y'all. My phone just went out on me. So y'all, I'll be recording off my phone. Okay, I ain't got that much storage. I had to delete some stuff to finish this video. Okay, so y'all, like I said, I got this tablet or whatever. And in my tablet, I invested into a tablet. I got me a whole little PDF file on my GoodNotes, and I budget my bills every month. A week before the new month, I budget my bills. I mostly get paid the same every 2 weeks, so I kind of budget my bills around what I got extra left over. I give myself an allowance, like weekly. I might throw some extra money in another account where I can have fun with. So I like to kick, like I said, I like to kick with my friends. So I give myself an allowance. So if I only have $50 to kick with my friends, if my friends said they want to go out or we're going to a specific place, and I'm just kind of like mentally, I know that I'm on a budget, I'd be like, friend, we got to go here instead of here. And that's just for you to stay humble. Like, you're not going to always be able to spend crazy money. Like, if you go into the club and you know that you and your friends kick it a certain way, you got to tell your friends, I can't kick it this weekend. And it's okay to be like that, because the older you becoming as an adult, you just have to learn how to just be like, I can't, not this weekend, friend. You know what I mean? So budget your finances accordingly to make sure that you can live the best life that you want to live, and you don't have to go out every weekend. It costs a lot to go out. I'll probably go out once a month, like club wise, bar wise, once a month. I might go on little dates with my friends, but other than that, I'm budgeting my life around how I can kick it, still be 26 and still be a mom, and so on and so forth. So yeah, number 6, budget your finances accordingly. And so number 7, come up with an emergency fund. So that kind of piggybacks off of number 6. Okay, take money away from your paycheck weekly or bi-weekly to have money set to the side for a rainy day. And on top of that, you find a side hustle to help you fund that emergency fund. So all my friends or anybody that ever known me since high school know I always had a side hustle. I used to sell logos, I used to do everything. Okay, listen, I used to sell logos, I used to sell sunglasses, I used to make flyers, business cards, I used to sell detox tea, I used to meal prep, literally all the above. I used to do it because I was the oldest out of all of my siblings, and whenever my mom was in like a struggle, I don't want to say we were struggling, but my mama raised 4 kids and I was the oldest. So whenever she couldn't really afford to do something for all of us, I used to go out and try to figure out how I'm gonna get it done. And then on top of me just having a 4-year-old, I had a mindset like I gotta hustle. My kid gotta eat by any means. So now that I'm to the point where I have a career that I'm financially stable, whenever I do care to tap into my little side hustle, I put that money on the side for a rainy day. Or not even for a rainy day. Say if I just wanted to go out of town, like recently I took me on a little solo trip, I probably got about $500 out of my little savings account just to have fun, because mentally it's okay to pull from your savings if you really feel like you really, really needed it. So definitely tap into getting your side hustles and start starting up your emergency fund. Especially, I realize a lot of us African Americans, Black people, we don't have emergency funds. I really be talking to a lot of us, and we're not tapped into that. We're not tapped into investments, 401k, Roth IRA. Like, I do a lot of research on that type of stuff, and I want to retire a millionaire. So start doing your research and read on that type of stuff. Number 8, tap into your mental health and your emotions. That's very, very important. Learn what triggers your depression. Set boundaries with people that surround you. Find friends you know you can confide in. Even get a therapist. I went through crazy postpartum depression when I had my son. Even if you don't got kids, it ain't always about postpartum depression. Sometimes you get alone, you go through a breakup, you gotta bounce back. You know, a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't want a therapist. I don't want nobody in my business. I personally feel like if you need a therapist, do that. I was in a relationship and I was in a really crazy domestic violence relationship. I ended up having a lot of court situations going on. And the courts made it mandatory that I had to go seek anger management, counseling, all that. And that lady changed my life. She teach me how to be an adult. She gave me great advice. So you never know what a therapist could really tap into your mindset and help you level up from there on out. I feel like that lady did. Me being a part of that and having a therapist sideways changed my life for the better. So tap into really reading books on, even if you don't get a therapist, reading books on self-improvement, self-development, changing your mindset mentally, whatever you got to do, figure it out, because like mental health is important. Okay. Number 9, self-care. Love yourself first. It's okay to be alone. You don't always need multiple people around you to make you feel good. You have to believe in yourself first. So literally majority of the time I'm always by myself, or I'm with my son or with my family. But as far as like lover, friend wise, I'm not really pressed to have nobody around me, because I feel like anybody that wants to be around me will be around me, or if I want to be around somebody, I'll be around somebody. Simple as that. And I feel like you got to love yourself first before you can attract good friendships or a good man or a good lover or a partner to be around you. So like I said, I just went on my second solo trip at that. I took the Amtrak by myself to Chicago, stayed in a hotel for 24 hours. I explored the city downtown, went shopping by myself, was doing a whole bunch of stuff by myself. And I just feel like, and on my way to Chicago, I ended up meeting a man that I potentially felt like could have been a person. You know what I mean? It's just, you might find your lover or your partner on the way to you just being by yourself. You know what I mean? So tap into being by yourself first. Don't always feel like you gotta press a man or press somebody to be around you, because I'm never the type to ever feel like desperate to have somebody around me. I love myself first, and whatever you do for me, it's just extra, you know? And that's how you gotta present yourself. Number 10, stop comparing your life to others. And the envious behavior is the devil. Go out and just live your life for you. You up there trying to figure out, well, what's the name and what's she doing? Don't worry about what she doing. Worry about what you doing. Worry about you. You know what I mean? They are not you and you're not them. So find your groove and stick with it. Like I realized once I wanted to be an influencer, I realized this is something for me. This is something that's keeping me going. It's keeping me a hobby. And it's giving me a hobby. Like doing this is a hobby for me, because after I got done with school, I started to get really bored. And I was like, okay, what can I do to just keep me doing something? And this is what I thought, that's keeping me doing something. So don't worry about what nobody else is doing, like, because you never know what that person had to do to get to their life. Like, it's so many girls that is living lavish lifestyles, but you never knew if they had to get on their knees to do that. You know what I mean? And I don't want that lifestyle. And I'm not really judging nobody for doing that, but you just never know what somebody got to do to get there. So I'm just like, I'm living my life for me. This is how I got here. And I'm not saying I ain't never went through nothing, because I've been through a lot. I'm traumatized by a lot of stuff I had to go through. But I don't want nobody to ever feel like, oh, we want to do what T doing. No, figure out what you had to do to get there and just go from there. You know what I mean? Number 11, find a hobby. Keep yourself busy when you're off work or carefree. Tap into your talent. So like I said, doing this influencer stuff is a hobby for me. I really want to tap into doing Pilates, some dance workouts. I want to learn how to knit, and I want to learn different languages. If you start getting so busy to the point where you ain't even worried about what nobody else got going on. You know, just like how I went back to stop comparing your life to somebody else. If you find a hobby, you're not even worried about what her doing or he doing. Stay busy. You know, finding a hobby helps you stay busy. And I think me being an influencer is keeping me going, you know. Number 12, invest into yourself. If you know that the lifestyle that you want costs a certain amount of money, just do it. You know what I mean? I realized that I wanted to get more into my image. Like I said earlier, get into more of your image. If you look good, you feel good. So anytime I go shopping, I don't want to say I don't look at the price tag, but if I know specific outfits that I want, when I do look at the price tag and I see, okay, I can afford this, I'll buy it. I'm not really worried about this and that. Like, invest into yourself. Like, personally, a lot of people don't know, I had got my body done and I end up getting a tummy tuck. So a lot of people are like, oh, T, you been in the gym, T, you been in the gym. If anybody asks me, I'm very honest. Okay, I did spend some money to get my body done, but it was more so a mental thing. After I had my son, I was very, very depressed. My body was just not the same no more. So I took the time to invest into myself, and I don't regret it. I got my tummy tuck, and I would never take it back. And if I'm ever judged on it, F you. But other than that, invest into yourself if you really, really want it. Don't let nobody talk you out of something you feel like will make you happy. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Okay, so y'all, I'm almost done. I know y'all tired of me, but I feel like this is information y'all really need. Okay, so number 13, you are the advocate to your own life. So basically, speak up, learn to say no, be transparent for what you want for yourself. So with friends, like I said, if you feel like, listen, girl, I can't go out tonight, it's okay. Speak up for your own life, because technically, if rent is due on the first, girl, and you only had enough to pay the rent, why would you still go out? You know, I done been with some girls that still go out, you know, you couldn't afford it. Just speak up and advocate for yourself, and just be like, say no. You know, say no. It's okay to say no. That's not gonna mess up what you got going on. You know, or if you're dealing with a man and he asks you to do something, no, set boundaries. That's my biggest thing when it comes to friends. Any friends dealing with a man, no, I'm speaking up. No, I don't want to do that. And if they can't respect you, then that's not the type of person or a friend or family that you need in your life. And it's okay to speak up, because you are the advocate for your own life. I don't want that. Or say if you decide that you wanted to be a part of a career and you wake up one day and say, I don't want to do that anymore, you don't have to. I remember one time I had got another job outside of the nursing field. My friend was like, girl, is you still a nurse? Yeah. I just decided, like, I think I was working at a Hookah Girl for a minute. Then I started working at a Kira for a minute. I just was tired of being in the medical field for a minute. I just wanted a break. I'm advocating for my own life. Listen, I needed a mental break. I went and worked somewhere else totally out of the medical field, and it's okay. I'm in charge. You are in charge of how you want your life to go. That's it. Okay. Number 14, rest. Take some time out to focus on you. It costs to be a boss. Okay. Travel, plan solo trips, or even if it's not solo trips, find you one friend that you could travel with every single year for my birthday. I got one friend that go on my birthday trips with me, and I'm not mad at it, because if she wouldn't have went, I would have went by myself. You know what I mean? Rest. Anytime my job called me and I feel like I'm mentally burnt out, listen, I'm not doing it with y'all today. It's okay. Rest. One time, I had seen this post that said, and anybody that got something to say, y'all can say it. I seen that a post that said, it was about motherhood, and it said, would you choose you or your kids first? And this lady said, I choose me first. And then the person was kind of confused, like, why would you choose you first? And the lady basically said, I will only choose me first because I cannot give my kids 110% if I'm only 50%. So, and it was eye-opening for me, because wow, you know, so when I send my son off to his daddy house for 2 days, I use that time to rest. I use that time to clean the house. I use that time to go shopping and take care of myself, because like if I do call, it's just to check up. But half of the time I don't even want to call, because bro, that's your daddy. Okay, so use that time to rest and focus on you. Drop your kids off to your mama, drop your kids off to their daddy, drop your kids off to not anybody, but to somebody that you know, that you trust, that if you drop your kids off to them, you can go get all the stuff done that you need to get done. Period. That's what I'm saying. Rest. You know, you don't always gotta go to work, and I value that time. Okay. Last but not least, and this is the most important, okay? Stay humble, okay? Stay humble. God will take away from you what he gave you if you don't move accordingly with the success and the things that he just gave you, okay? And I'm real big on this because this happened to me specifically. I was an STNA before I had became a nurse, and I was STNA for about 4 or 5 years. And my first time, I was working as a nurse when the pandemic hit. And when I say I had touched so much money, I touched so much money, it was ridiculous. I was blowing through the money. I ended up even moving, and not the stuff that I did spend my money on is really what I needed. Because when I was in nurse school, I was living with my grandmother, and so I ended up buying my baby a new apartment, a new house, everything. So he probably peeking from the side. So like when I say stay humble, I mean in the sense that like pay attention to how you talk to people. Don't be mean. Use your money accordingly. Don't just go splurging. Or if you can splurge, make sure that you map out your life accordingly when you do splurge. Like, I'm just a very humble person because I've been through so much and I'm so traumatized that I'm paying attention to how I'm maneuvering life now. Like, I do not want that to happen to me again. Like, I'm totally advanced. Like I said, I want to have $25K saved in my bank account before I go back to RN school. That's because I'm humble enough to know that if I go through school, that stuff can, like I could bottom. Any person that been to nursing school know how it is. So just humble yourself. Be nice to people. Move accordingly, because anything that you have or got could be taken away from you. Okay? But these 15 tips I feel like is very important to you. It was very important to me. I'm not saying it's important to you, but it was very important to me because a lot of these things I have used in my life in general that helped me level my life up. And a boss ain't always about being financially up there. A boss could be so many things. A boss can be the specific definition to you. And I feel like these specific things, these 15 tips that I listed out to y'all, is what made me be a boss mentally. And anybody that I'm around always say, T, you're so very inspirational. T, I would love to have a friend like you. And I love hearing stuff like that. Like, T, you're so very determined. I know you could do it. I know you could go back to art school. Like, that makes me feel so very important. And even though I'm not where I want to be financially, I'm working towards that. And I know for a fact, as long as my mentality is the way it is and I'm applying all these different things that I'm telling y'all about, I know for a fact that I'm going to be where I want to be within the next 5 to 10 years. Because being me personally, being the ultimate boss doesn't happen overnight. I know I'm a boss, but being the ultimate boss doesn't happen overnight. And I just came up with that word, ultimate boss. But y'all should put these things into perspective and just see how your life changed. Because I feel like it definitely has changed my life. And, if y'all really like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Come back for more, because I'm trying to really tap into giving y'all advice and just seeing where my life go and how I could help y'all out. That if I end up succeeding in whatever I do, and when I succeed in whatever I do, I could basically help y'all out too. So, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Come back for more, because your girl is definitely gonna be staying consistent with her new hobby as an influencer. Actually, I've been doing this for a minute, but I'm gonna be staying consistent because I really want this for me. I want a better lifestyle for me and my son, and that's my only goal right now, is to tap into my influencer journey. I eventually want to stop quitting my job, or I want to quit my job. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I want to quit my job. I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and I want to be a stay-at-home mom off of my income, no man's income, my income. I want to be able to invest into spending full time with my son at home, and hopefully y'all could be here through my journey. So I'm gonna see y'all next time, and make sure y'all check me out on all social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.